Let's continue with our application, and now we want to display all the products like we did the same with the categories. And for that let's create a new component. Let me close this all, and I will type CLS to clear this screen, and let's create a new component. npx ng generate component. It will be in the components folder, and we will also create products folder, and inside we will create a product list component. Here is the products folder, and product list component is created. And let's include navbar, in the HTML file. And now we want to create a route for product list. Let's go to app routing module, and here let's create a path. It will be products, and component will be product list component. Now let's save, let's close this, and now let's go to the product service. And here let's create a router in the constructor. And let's create a function redirect all products. And we will just type this.router navigate products. That's great. Now let's save. And let's go to the navbar. We have already defined redirect all products, but we need to define it. I will close it here. Now let's go to the navbar TS. Let's call this, we have a redirect all products empty function, but we need to call it from the product service. That means that we will also need product service in the constructor. And now let's just call it this dot, let me see, we haven't typed private. This dot product service redirect all products, and I think that it should work now. Let's click to the products, and as you can see, product list works, which is great. And now let's create a table to display the products. Let's go to the product list component HTML. Let's create a div. Class will be container. Margin top 5, and let's give it a margin bottom in the style. Let's create another div. Class will be text center, text primary. Let's give it margin bottom 5. And we will just write product list. I think that will be okay. And now let's create a button. This will be button for adding the products. Let's give it a class, will be button info, and also we will give it margin bottom 4 to separate it from the table. And now let's create a table. Let's give it a style. Class will be table bordered, table hover, table dark, and table stripped. And also we will give it ID. Listing table will be the same like in the category list component. And now let's create table head. And also we need tr. And in the table header we will need a couple of them. I need to see the product class. Let's open the product to see all the fields, but we will not display all the fields, some of them. And let's start with preview. It will be for the image, ID, and we can also display brand, model, category, and price. Not all fields, and we need one extra for actions. I hope that will be not too much for one table. And now let's create t-body. And we also need to iterate over the list of products. Let's create ng template. I will create ng4 and let the value will be temp product. And also it will be ng4 of product list. But there is a problem because we don't have product list right now. And it will be, if we try to display, I think that will be error. As you can see, we don't have a product list in the product list component.ts. Let's return. And as you can see here, we have a field category, and in the product TS you will see we have category ID. We have category ID, but we don't want to display category ID. We want to display category name. That means that we will also, in that case, if we want to display only category ID, we can iterate only over the list of products. But if we want to display category name, we also need to iterate over the list of all categories to find that name. That means that we will need another template inside this one, ng template, and I will also create ng4 let temp category ng4 of will be category list. Now we have two ng templates. To avoid this error, let's create product list and category list in the product list component.ts. I will close some of this. Product list, which will be product array. We will initialize like empty array, and we will do the similar with category list. It will be category array equals to empty array, and now error should be gone. And of course we will need table row, but there can be a problem. Now what will happen? We will iterate over all product list, and also we will iterate inside over all categories. For each product we will have displayed all, it will be displayed multiple times for each product, and all categories will be displayed, and that we will have a lot of confusion, and we cannot do it. We just want to give it criteria when, for example, product ID temp product, which will have category ID, when it will be the same like temp category ID, only in that case we want to display the product. And for that we need to open ng container to give some criteria, and we can type ng if, let's type temp category dot category ID equals to temp product dot category ID. Now this and these templates now will have a sense. It makes sense because only in this case we want to display the product. And now let's resolve. Now we can open tr and now let's first, we have a preview. Let's open the image tag and let's give it a style first. Style will be, let's give it max height 90 pixels and width will be 110 pixels. We will see how it will gonna look. And let's type error tag. If we have error, for example, if image URL of the product is not found, what we will type? Temp product. No, but not like this. We will just type temp product dot image URL equals, and now we need single quotes, and we will need to find some image for display. This is only if the URL of temp product is not correct. Let's find some image. Let's go to Google. We will just type image not available. Let's see the images. This one looks good. Let's copy this image link and we will just type it inside the single quotes. That should be good. And now let's create a source. Now let's open and let's type temp product dot image URL. I think that will be good. We will see how it will gonna look like. And let's open another TD. The next field is ID. Let's just type temp product dot product ID. The next is brand and model. Now let's type temp product dot product brand. Then let's type the model. Brand model, we need category and price. But for category we will use temp category dot name, and also we need the price temp product dot price. I think it will be good for now. Let's save it. And I forgot we need one extra for actions, but for now we will just type under construction, and we will create drop down menu later. First we want to display all the products. Now let's save this code and let's see how it looks like. But I suppose we will have on a table only, because we didn't specify the REST API from where we will get these products. We will do it in the product service. Let's open the product service. Here is the product service, and let's create a function. First we need to define target URL for product service, it will be http localhost 8080/API/products. And now let's create a function to collect all products. This will be just a promise, and we will return Axios. Let's just axios.get. What's the problem now? And let's use target URL. And I think that the path is all products. And I will see what's the problem with Axios. We just need to add import. Okay, we just need this import Axios from Axios. And this is the promise. We will just return the promise and it will be okay. Let me separate this. Okay, now it looks good. And now in the product list component, let's create, first we need to create a constructor. And for both, we will need also both private category service and product service. I didn't specify what is category service. Now it's look okay. And also we need to implement on init interface. Let's implement the method. Of course, if we look now, we will just see this error method not implemented. Let's create some functions. And to see all the categories, we need to collect them all. Let's create a function, list all categories. And in the category service, we already have the function to collect all categories, which is a promise. And we will just resolve the promise, then response. And we will just define. Let's set timeout, and inside we will just create a function, which will be, let's redefine this category list. This dot category list equals to response dot data. And we need to call this function on init. We'll just type this dot list all categories. And let's do the same for products, but we will also want to add a pagination. We will need jQuery too. Let's create two variables, var jQuery any. Let's declare semicolon, and also let's declare var dollar, which is also any. And we will also load this dot list all products. And of course we haven't defined it. Let's I will type it here. Method is not implemented. We will just remove this. And let's call the function this product service, collect all products, and now let's resolve this promise. Then response and as you can see, we have also ID, a listing table for this table. Let's destroy first the previous view. Dollar listing table dot data table destroy, and now let's set timeout. We will need timeout in order to data table load all the products. Let's create a function inside, and we can give it, I will give it 5 milliseconds, and inside the timeout I will just specify a listing table, but again I need to a listing table will be in the data table. And it is ending here. Which is okay. Then response. I think we need to, now we will just set timeout. And this product list will be equals to response dot data. I think that now it will be okay. And we have load this on init both. And let's see now how it will look like. We have some error. Let's see. Data table destroy is not a function. Let me see. What have we done here? Yes, it's a data table. Here I forgot the brackets. Let's save now again and let's see how it will work. And it's working. We have 3 entries. And as you can see, no image available. which is great. It works great. Now I'll just change the settings of this table. Let's go to HTML. Let's change the table head will be class, will be table primary, and also text will be dark. I will save it and I will just open the product list component.css and I will give the settings for table th. I will just type vertical align middle and text align will be center. And I will do the same for TD. Now let's look how it looks like. Now it's better. We have 3 products. As you can see, we have also category name. We don't have category ID, we have a name. Now we can see how this is working. Also data table is working fine. We can order them by ID or by price. That looks good for now. And of course in the next tutorial we will create a drop down menu. But it's important that everything is working for now. Of course, we don't have images. Image URL is not correct, and this is why we have this error, which is normal. And we have displayed this image, no image available. Everything will look good so far, and we will continue in the next tutorial.